pretty much.
We also watched Mandalorian.
Yes.
Episode 4? 5? 6?
4? No, wait, 5.
5?
I think it was 5. I think it was 5.
I think it was 5 as well.
Better episode than last episode.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good episode. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean,
yeah. Oh, it's called The Pirate.
Yeah, the pirate.
What the hell's the Moss Man's pirate name?
I don't remember. Yeah, he's the Moss pirate.
The pirate base? No, the pirate.
He went back to the planet. Fuck if I know what it's called. I can't remember. Where Grief is. And he's like, you killed my...
Karga Grief, yeah.
You killed my buddies, so I'm coming in. And he bombs the shit out of the planet. And the planet's under attack. They call for help from the New Republic.
Gorian Shard.
Gorian Shard. They call for help from the New Republic. The New Republic. I was like, holy fuck, it's Tim Meadows.
Yeah, it was Tim Meadows.
I can't believe it. I was so surprised. Like, whoa, Tim Meadows is in here. That's cool.
Tim Meadows played a general of the New Republic who was just deep in
I don't even know if he was a general.
I think he was a general. He was a commander of some sorts.
Yeah.
And he's deep in the task of
just
bureaucracy.
Yeah. They showed the woman that like was doing the debating in the last episode, like tricked him into committing a crime.
Yeah.
He wants help to protect these guys. He thinks there's some sort of conspiracy going on in the Outer Rim or whatever. Mid-Rim. I don't even know where this planet is.
Outer Rim.
And the general's like, nah, I don't see it. You know, we got planets that have actually pledged that we have to help. We can't help these guys.
Yep. Navarro. Haven't heard of them.
Yeah, Navarro. So he's like, well, I will go ask my friend Mando.
My friend the Mando.
And see if he can help us out. And because they earlier... Was it this season? Last season, I guess.
Last season.
Where they were like, they were going to arrest the Mandalorian or whatever. And they let him go. So Mando's kind of like, I owe this guy one. So let's go help. You know.
And you know, it's Karga.
Well, they also fought him though. Like they said in their little speech, like the last time we saw this guy, he was trying to capture us and kill us all.
Yeah. He's Din Djarin in the Mandalorian.
It was when he kidnapped the child and they had to get the child back.
Yeah, he pleads his case to the Coven for help.
Yeah.
And he has the hammer of the armor.
Yeah.
As it's like the conch, I guess.
I know. It's another like thing where they're just making up as they go with
for
the Mandalorians, but
and so he does his speech and then what's his face?
Yeah, like Heavy Machine Gun Man.
Yeah, Heavy Machine Gun Man. Can't remember what his name is.
They debated us. They were like, "Oh, he's gonna be negative about it," but he's like, "No, he hit my son."
Yeah, I'm like, as soon as he wanted to talk, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna be negative," and then I'm like, "No, he's not."
Yeah,
no, he's not. Mando helped him out.
Yeah,
Vizsla,
yeah. So
Mando helped him out, so he's like, going to be like, "We have to."
And then they're like, "Maybe it's time for us to live in the light again." You know, he's offered us a nice tract of land. We can build a resort.
Yeah.
So let's go help him out. So they go and they do a 2-pronged attack, 4-pronged attack on them. You know, Mando is fighting the snub fighters, and then Bo-Katan is using her ship to attack the main ship, and then they're dropping in to kill the pirates on the ground, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. It was when the pirate vessel, the Cumulus class Corsair vessel shows up.
Oh, the Cumulus class. Of course.
What's his face? What the hell's his name again? Gorian Shard.
Yeah.
Just starts bombing the city.
Well, he didn't immediately bombard.
No, he didn't immediately.
He called into Grief and was like, "Don't call me back unless you're surrendering." And he starts the bombardment then.
I was like, "Oh, they're just going straight into it. He's just going to start blowing the city up." That's good.
Yeah, exactly.
But Karga gathers as many people as he can, and they run out to the wilderness.
Hiding out. Then they had so the armorer. They showed the armorer like killing some dudes. She came through to like take out the turret at the top of the tower and everything like that when they were assaulting the city.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, she's a pretty good fighter.
Yeah.
She's the most interesting character.
She is the most interesting character for sure.
Like everyone else is just like, whatever. Like any of the other Mandalorians, I don't.
No, well,
who cares about those
only
guys?
her, Vizsla, and Din Djarin have any kind of. And Bo-Katan.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, is like there's nothing to differentiate them.
No.
Like there is like that guy's wearing the blue and that guy's wearing the red.
And that guy's large.
Other than that, it's like they're just interchangeable. No one cares. Who cares about them?
Yeah, they're only the 4 Mandalorians are in the foreground. Everyone else is just background characters.
But you have no way to even like become attached to them.
No,
because they're literally interchangeable.
Yeah, they're literally just stormtroopers.
That's
in
the
Mandalorian
one
armor.
thing that's so weird about this to me. This whole series is like, usually in these shows and movies, like the star will always be like, no, I can only be wearing my mask like 10% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like think back to Suicide Squad. Will Smith wore his mask for like 10 minutes in that movie, and then his face out was out the whole time.
Yeah,
because that's just no.
It's just how it usually worked before.
Like they're not paying for. Well, they are paying for his voice, but it's like he's the star. Like his face is out.
Yeah.
Whereas like,
and even in space movies, you always have lights in the helmet that would make it incredibly hard to see out, but you have to be able to see their faces.
Yeah, exactly. So that could have been the thing too. Like do it like obviously they did. The only reason in Iron Man they show an in-helmet cam is to show Robert Downey's face.
Yeah,
that's the only reason.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the first time they had a character that I can recall is Dredd, where Dredd never shows his face. It shows lower mouth.
But like think of like even the first Dredd though. Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone showed his face all the time.
Yeah, because that's the way they do it.
Yeah. Whereas in
Carl
the new
Urban,
Dredd,
you just see
his yeah, you just see his grimace the entire time.
His grimace the whole time.
And
his face must have hurt at the end of every day.
that was fantastic. They didn't even show his face.
No, I know. But the other thing with that one though is that he's the only Dredd in that movie.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
sure.
I'm not the only judge, but think of the other judge. She's not wearing a mask the whole time.
No.
Because if she was just wearing a mask the whole time, then there's just 2 judges. It's like I can't see their eyes or anything, you know?
Yeah.
So it just doesn't really work for creating connection with the characters.
It doesn't, but in some respects, in some instances it does. Like everything they do with Bo-Katan, I think in this series so far, when she's got her mask on, I think it portrays what she's feeling, what she's thinking.
But the other thing with her, she's got a very distinctive mask. She has
does.
different artwork on it.
She does.
Like, you know it's her. Whereas the other ones, it's like, that's a red one, that's a blue one. Oh, and that was the other thing in the last episode I forgot to bring up. Is like when they're fighting the little, whatever, they're doing the little kids fighting. And they give the little kid a jetpack and he's flying around and shit. And I was like, wow, in the first season, they made a really big deal that Din Djarin finally earned his jetpack.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Like, here you go. We finally, you've been given a jetpack.
Yeah.
And now they're just giving them out to kids and shit like that. Very weird.
That was probably someone just did that in the CG department and was like, it's there. And nobody noticed.
So there's a whole like, you know, subset story. So is this guy Canadian?
Who?
The Asian dude. Isn't that Kim from Kim's Convenience?
Oh, is it Kim from Kim's Convenience?
I think it is. There's a whole thing where
what's his name?
I don't know what his name is. He wants to help them there, and then he has to. There's a whole thing like where it's not the Mandalorian. It's like this guy's show for a while. There's a thing at the end where they go to. He's patrolling and he finds a Lambda shuttle abandoned Lambda shuttle.
Yeah,
and he's like, I knew Moff. Like it was the transport for Moff Gideon. And Moff Gideon's not there. He's obviously been stolen, taken away, kidnapped, whatever. And they're setting it up like the Mandalorians kidnapped them.
Yeah,
but sure. Like the writing in this show, dude. Like, isn't it obvious that it was like planted or something like that? And the other thing is like, their whole thing is like, oh my god, it's Beskar. There's Beskar in the hull. That's crazy. That's got to be the Mandalorians. It's like literally the first episode is them paying Mandalorian with Beskar.
Yeah, right?
Like, obviously, the Mandalorians aren't the only ones that have Beskar. So, I just was like, this is dumb. The show has, like, they've decided to... Bo-Katan can take her helmet off. She can show her face. Because she's like, she walks both worlds. The light and the dark.
Yeah, when that whole thing, when she's called into the armorer's thing, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And then the armorer's like, do you respect my station?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what's going on? Did you step on somebody's toes by leading the battle? But I'm like, I thought everyone was excited for her to lead the battle.
Yeah.
And then she's like, take your helmet off. I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on here?
When they walked out, I was like, oh, is the armorer not going to have her mask on too?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But they're going to send her out to recruit in the Bo-Katan show. She's going to recruit Mandalorians.
Yeah.
I would have to assume that's what's going to happen here, right?
Yes.
Like there's going to be another show. Because they can't have half of an episode with the Mandalorian, half with Bo-Katan, you know?
Oh, yeah. Maybe she'll get a spinoff.
Unless it's just going to be one episode where all of a sudden she's going to show up with like 100 Mandalorians or something like that.
Yeah, it's the guy who plays Inconvenience.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Paul Sun-Hyun Lee.
So he's Canadian?
Yes.
I have to assume he's Canadian.
I mean, he's Inconvenience, a Canadian
But
show.
that doesn't mean he's Canadian. Like,
no, let's throw in the Google machine and see what happens.
So he finds the ship where Moff Gideon was. Like, surprise, surprise, the Moff Gideon is not dead. I can't
Surprise! I mean, as soon as they did the episode with the people in it,
but like,
I knew he wasn't going to be dead.
He never but they never made like he was arrested though before until they said this. The last that we heard of Moff Gideon really was that they thought he was dead. His ship crashed.
Yeah,
and his like hand came out of it at the end of the episode or some shit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he was arrested, I guess.
I guess.
We didn't see that in the show.
I can't remember if we did or not.
I don't think we did.
There was something I seem to recall. But you've seen it more recently than I have.
All I remember is like they had the fight and then like whatever, Mando knocked down his ship or whatever.
Yep.
And then he was like, oh, it's all burning and destroyed, whatever. And then it's like, you know, the metal moves away and he's there.
Yeah.
But I don't remember anything after that. But that's kind of a thing, the way it goes in the show. It's sometimes they tell, don't show, which is not the way you should do it. It's supposed to be show, don't tell.
Yeah.
But some of them they can't do, like with fucking what's her name? The one girl that
Durna? No.
I can't remember her name. When they were just like, yeah, she got sent off. She wanted to go work somewhere else. She's gone. Don't worry about her.
Yep.
So yeah, this was way better than the last episode. So
yeah, it was really good. I don't know. I really like all the stuff with Bo-Katan.
Yeah, she's interesting.
I really like I don't know, the way they do the shots with her helmet on. It just feels like you know what she's thinking.
Well, the other thing
through.
too is she's also like, not even just her helmet is very distinctive. Like she's wearing like brown pants with no armor on it.
Yeah.
Like you can tell it's her, you know. Obviously it's a woman in the armor. Whereas the other ones you can't even tell. Is it a woman? Is it a man? I don't know. And just, I don't know, very generic. So I think it would probably serve the show better if they were allowed to take their helmets off, because then you'd be like, oh, okay, I see that guy's eyes. I know what he's all about, you know. Yeah. Whereas now it's just like, not that it matters, but it's like, is that guy white? Is he Chinese? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that really matters. I think they do a good job of portraying what.
But like when they show when these Mandalorians get shot, it's like, oh, who cares? Just,
well, yeah, the background people.
It's like a stormtrooper getting shot. But yeah, like, imagine if you knew it was like, oh, I like that guy. But now it's like, who cares? It's like a stormtrooper getting shot.
There's so many characters in the show you don't need to like.
But they don't need to show. They don't have to have lines and a name and everything. But if you see like, oh, I remember that guy. He was the guy that shot the grappling hook up, you know, or whatever. So it just makes it a little more like high stakes. So right now it's like, yeah, they could just be stormtroopers. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, I think that's the idea. I think that's what they did. It's just, yeah, they're just any troop
they're just
anywhere.
Disposable? No, I don't think
that.
that's what they're trying to do. I disagree, but anyways, I enjoyed it anyways.
Yeah, it was a really good episode.
It was one of the better ones this season, I feel.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, well, it was another like Mando goes to another planet episode.
Yeah.
But it was like more interesting, I thought, even though, again, there was lots of stupid shit going on and whatever.
Yeah. So. The X-Wing pilot is Canadian.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder how he got that job.
Someone's probably like, hey,
I like Kim's Convenience.
I'm connected to Mandalorian. And he's probably like, man, I would love being a Star Wars show.
I don't think it goes like that, dude. I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. Maybe like for a superstar, like when they're like, hey, can we get like fucking, you know, what's his name from Workaholics to do a voice? That's specific, but I don't think anyone was like, yeah, that guy, Dad from Kim's Convenience, that Canadian show. Let's get him on our show.
I mean, He might have just been talking to someone and be like, "Hey, can I be on the show?"
I don't think he asked to be on the show. I don't think so, dude.
No?
No, and what would they say? Yeah, okay, you can be on the show. You unknown in America? Sure, why not?
He's not unknown in America.
Well, now he's not, but before then he was. Do you think anyone's in America is watching Kim's
Total
Convenience?
Recall 2070. Come on.
Oh my God. As a what? Like deckhand number 2?
Close.
Yeah.
Waiter number 1.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Exactly. Anyways.
He was in Degrassi, The Next Generation.
Again, another Canadian show, dude.
And he was in Canada's Smartest Person Junior?
I think possibly a Canadian show.
You think so?
I think so. So, anyways. Okay.
Oh.
What was he in?
To be announced, Avatar: The Last Airbender as Uncle Iroh.
They're doing a movie?
They might be.
Didn't they already do a movie?
They
And wasn't
did,
it god
and it was
awful?
awful?
Yeah. Just
maybe they'll do a series and oh man, he's a good choice for Iroh, I think. With the looks anyway.
well, maybe it'll be a not live action.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways.
He's already got the Uncle Iroh look.
Well, yeah.
So he's totally already Uncle Iroh.
Chubby Asian old.
That's beautiful.
Chubby Asian uncle.
Yeah, chubby Asian uncle with
Yeah.
the no
Shaved
hair
head.
up top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Scruffy.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
There you go. Anyways,
Yes.
I am looking forward to the next episode.
Yeah. You know what I'm looking forward to?
No.
Patreon.com/StreamVoid.
Wow. Cool.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This podcast has a Patreon, and it is supported by that Patreon. And you can support that Patreon too. You can support
Yes.
us
Yes.
two goofs over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I say that? Is that a slang word? Is that not allowed?
No
to say
one
goof?
that's not in prison doesn't know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
you've given away that you were in prison.
Damn. For just $1 a month, you can support this podcast. You can throw money at the screen, and you can get access to all of our bonus content, the pre-show content, the post-show content, which I've rolled into one big content delivery bundle.
One dump.
One dump.
Content dump. Gross.
You get access to our Patreon exclusive videos.
Yes.
We have a couple.
Yes.
3, in fact.
It's
not a lot, but we're working on it.
We got jobs.
We got jobs. It's tough to do these kind of things.
Unless you guys up your Patreon donations.
Or at least give us some suggestions on what you would like.
There's also that too. Yeah.
Because we currently don't have any ideas, and we have a hard time thinking of ideas.
Well, we have some ideas, but it's also like, is it interesting enough to do it? Anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, just $1 a month, ladies and gentlemen. You get access to this podcast early. You get access to it tonight, Sunday, when we're recording this, instead of on Wednesday when it goes live onto the
plug feed.
The plug feed.
Yeah.
The whatever you want to call them, because I can't think of anything right now.
Very good.
Yeah, just throw money at the screen. Helps us out a lot. Helps keep this podcast running efficiently, effectively.
I would never say I do anything efficiently, but okay.